Hello and welcome to Breakfast All Day. I'm Matt here with Alonso and Christy. Well, they're not with me. They're at their own respective heres. We all got to see the brand new Pixar Sparkshort called Out, or the Canadian release, Oot. And we... Christy laughed harder when I first said it.
I laughed really hard the first time.
Yeah.
Now I know where it's going.
There's a whole series. Pixar's been putting a bunch of these short films up on Disney Plus. They're called Sparkshorts. They are allowing their directors and first-time directors to kind of explore their creativity. And the latest one that just came out today is Out. So, Alonso, please tell us.
So yeah, this was getting a lot of attention because it is the first canonically gay Pixar leading man. It is about a gay couple, and the one of them is not out to his parents yet. His parents surprise him by coming over to help him move. An interstellar dog and cat make so that the guy and the dog change bodies. And in the body of the dog, the guy comes to some understanding about his parents that he didn't know before. It's 9 minutes long. It's lovely. I laughed. I cried. And I'm sure that people will complain that it's on Disney Plus and, oh, won't someone think of the children?
I also laughed and cried, and I would hope that that would not happen, right? Disney is very famously a very gay-friendly company in a lot of ways, right? They do a lot of gay days at Disneyland and Disney World. And,
as a place to work, apparently very much so, yes.
Yeah, so I would think that by now the world is comfortable with Disney embracing gay and lesbian culture. You think?
Well, somebody at the MPAA definitely thought of the children because it's this one's rated PG.
Yeah,
or
and it's
mild thematic elements.
Oh,
because there's a kiss, because the men kiss.
It could not be more innocuous.
The fairy god pets.
That's true. that cat is a bitch. This does raise an interesting thing though. Like so often, that's the retreat for your garden variety homophobe is like, oh, I don't want to have to tell my children about blah 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 blah. And it's like, you know what? You don't have to tell your children about butt sex because that's what you mean when you say, how am I going to explain this to my children? All you have to tell your children is sometimes boys fall in love with other boys, and sometimes girls fall in love with other girls. And your Uncle Mark and your Uncle Manuel are in love with each other, and they're married. That's it. That's the conversation, And so this movie kind of has that conversation for you in a lot of ways. It's also about the idea of coming out and the knowledge that, frankly, your mom always knows before you do. Just always trust me, it's a thing. But yeah, I was worried this was just going to be sort of like innocuous and patting itself on the back for existing, but it's actually very clever and it's beautifully animated and does that great sort of like, I love that Pixar is really aggressively brought back. I mean, the animated short never went anywhere, but as far as the animated short to a wide audience, certainly, just such tight storytelling in, out, this is what it is. And yeah, I think this does what it does really well.
It's very playful and it's also very poignant and it makes a shift pretty quickly from one mode to the other, but in a way that's not jarring at all. I was surprised at how I was like literally going from laughing 1 second to crying the next. And it's so hard to achieve that over the space of, a feature, right? Or a feature to shift tone like that. So to do it within the space of 9 minutes, I think is even more impressive.
I mean, hell, if anyone can do that, Pixar can though, right? Like, like they do to us an Up.
That's true. That's very efficient. And I like that when the Freaky Friday moment happens, there's like a disco kind of like, ooh, ooh. There's like it's very knowingly, playfully, like flamboyant. It's cute.
Yeah, even the closed captions that I always have on, just something like how lively house music played.
It was very cute.
Yeah, this feels like, I don't know anything about Stephen Clay Hunter, but I mean, this doesn't feel like a thing made about gay people by straight people, and that's always nice. And I think it's lovely.
This is super fun. It's very, very funny. The art style is something we haven't really seen out of Pixar before, and I love that they're still coming up with new ways of showing us new, or at least animation styles.
It's very Moira Kalman, if you know her, like children's books and stuff. It's kind of like on the edge of cartoony, but not quite. And
yeah, and it feels a little bit, not the way it's animated, but just the appearance. It feels a little way that those Russian painting animation pieces would feel.
Sure,
right?
yeah.
That Russian painted style. The way that the main characters, that Jack is running around halfway through, is hilarious. Like there's,
because he has the waddle of the dog, you know.
Right. Great reference to Toy Story with the penguin.
I didn't catch that. It's cute.
Yeah, but this is really sweet. I mean, my only knock on this is it is fairly predictable. And I'm a little, like, I can't help but wonder, and this isn't really affecting my score, but is there some pun that we're supposed to think about the fairy god pets?
Are they ever called fairies?
Well, I mean, but they clearly are. I mean,
well,
they're clearly like a fairy, like,
like out of a rainbow, you know?
Right. No, I understand. Like, fairy is in fairy godmother versus right. Fairy, right? Like, is that an intentional pun? That has to be intentional, right? Like, they're
sure, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I think if anything, fairy is a word we've been reclaiming for a long time. There's a group called the Radical Fairies that have existed since the late '60s. So
yeah, you know. I'm not necessarily saying it's affecting my score. It's just more like I'm kind of curious, and maybe I'm overthinking it.
They're taking it back.
You might be overthinking it.
Might be.
But yeah, no, so I think this is great, and you know, like I want to see more of all kinds of stories. I mean, like Bao was, I think, you know, some might say was very specifically, you know, Asian American, but obviously very universal and beloved by everybody who saw it. And I think this one works the same way.
So I will strongly recommend the rest of the Sparkshorts. I've only watched, so I watched 2 more after watching this one today. Smash and Grab, which is very fun and has things to say about the inequality in opportunities. Okay. And then Pearl, which is directed and produced by 2 female animator producers, and it's about the only female in an all-male workplace. And so these Sparkshorts are not just letting these animators, you know, get their shots. They're really getting to experiment and tell stories from points of view that I think traditionally have been overlooked.
Cool. Well, I will check those out. I have not seen the other ones, but and
there's 4 or 5 more. Yeah, I think that this is the 8th one, I believe. Okay. And so if you have Disney Plus, you can watch a bunch of them, and all the ones I've seen so far have been very good.
Cool. Right. Yay, good job, Disney Plus. A reason to get Disney Plus, right?
There you go. Between seasons of The Mandalorian, there's other stuff going on.
Also, I also want to mention there's that Zen thing that they've also released, the Zenimation.
I don't
they're like these they're like 6 to 10 minute, like, put this on and meditate.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that one's a little weird. Like, the one I watched was the flying one, and it's all these clips out of Disney movies that they've lifted, you know, relatively peaceful flying scenes with no dialogue, and they've taken the music out. And it's just like, okay.
Well, somebody over there is really putting some effort into curating, because, like, this is the first time, admittedly, that I'd gone to Disney Plus in a while, and I see they've gone through and they have subcategorized, like, all these Simpsons episodes. So, like, here are the sports episodes, here are the rock and roll episodes, here are these Simpsons predict the future episodes, you know. So, like, they have everything, but if there's a specific itch you want to scratch, you know, you can go to that place and check it out. Anyway, Out is brand new, dropping today, the 22nd of May. Check it out. And thanks for watching. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us at BeFastAllDay on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and please visit our our Patreon page at Patreon.
But also our Instagram page.
Also, yes, all of them. Visit everything. Our patreon.com/BeFastAllDay. Lots of exclusive content for our subscribers, including recaps of Hulu's Mrs. America and The Great. Once a month, we review an older film that is chosen by our subscribers. Lots of other fun stuff. So thanks for watching, you guys. Have a great week. Take care of yourselves.
Hold on.
Oh, wait.
And I'm going to throw to Christy. I know.
Thank you.
Christy.
Hurry.
I've got a thing next week. So if you guys like The Last Dance, and I really enjoyed talking to folks about The Last Dance, I'm going to keep it going, just like ESPN is. So this weekend and next, they're showing a Lance Armstrong documentary called, appropriately, Lance.
Oh.
Called Juicing. Called Lance.
Dope.
Dope was taken.
Human growth hormone.
They're going to call it Lance. And so next week on Monday, I'm going to talk to Jason Gay, who was a longtime sports columnist for the Wall Street Journal. He's really funny and really smart, and his Twitter feed is great. And he is a cyclist and a cycling fan. And so he's the first person I thought of to talk to when I saw that they were doing this Lance Armstrong series. So Jason Gay next week will talk about Lance with me.
So yes, Christy continues being a jock just to make Matt and me look bad.
Well, you know what? After that, I'm hoping you guys want to talk about the Bruce Lee documentary with me. Can we do that?
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
That's in a couple weeks.
Cool.
Yes.
All right.
Fair enough. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good week. Take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you next time. Bye.